Welcome to part 6 of Modular Environment Design in Blender for game engines. This course is easy to follow, and even though I'm using hardops and box cutter, you should be fine in vanilla Blender if you know the basic tools. Now, if you don't know the basic tools, I would highly recommend our free course for beginners called Jumpstart Hard Surface in Blender. It will get you up to speed in a matter of days, saving you a lot of time and frustration. The link is in the description. Like I said, the course is free. Now, if you get stuck during any of these courses, feel free to join our Discord channel with almost 4,000 people over there and a help section, so you should never get stuck again. Link is down below. Enjoy.
Welcome back, and let's fix the panels now. So the panel's gonna be going all round on the top and the bottom. The easiest way to do it is select all the wall pieces and simply knife it. Now I'm gonna show you how you would need to do it for your modular pieces. So basically select all of them, okay, all the pieces that are walls except for this one. Go to local view and make sure that the scale is applied. That's really important, okay. Also make sure that the solidification is applied on all these pieces, okay. So make sure that they kind of, real geo, okay. So now what we need to do is we need to make sure that these panels are not too thick. So this will be too thick. I think half of it's gonna be good, or maybe 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, maybe 6. The thickness of 6 or 7 from the top and the bottom. You could actually make it narrow on the bottom and thicker on the top. You could grab a cube, okay, like that, and snap it somewhere here. And let me see that. Oh, let's create one more cube. Let's Shift S and cursor to origin, so it's reset, and then cube. There we go. G and snap it somewhere here. Maybe this is good. This is a good thickness, I think. So SX and skeleton X, and maybe that's a little bit too crazy, and then SY like this. So now before we're gonna cut that, what we need to do is we need to apply the bevels, okay? It will not work with bevels being live. So you can create backups if you want to, okay? So you can grab these two pieces, okay? And Shift DY and drop them somewhere here. We're going to go to Boolean, operations, and multiply, okay? So it's multiply, right? And you got these, bevels applied, okay? And that's really, really important. Okay, you need to have the geo being, complete, basically. And now we can, slice them. So slice this one with a knife. So Boolean and knife, and this one with a knife, and every single one of them. Okay. Okay, so let's see that. Yeah, now you see, now you got this kind of a situation here. So let's grab this and Shift curve extract it, and hold Control, and boom. And the value is gonna be probably 1. Thickness 0.3. Okay, so and offset is -1. Okay, so let's grab these and create the same thing. So curve extract and snap it, and curve extract and snap it. Make sure the thickness is the same, okay? That's very important, because otherwise they're not gonna match. So curve extract and snap it, right? And here on the outside, okay? So and curve extract and snap it, and same with these. I don't think you can do it in multiple pieces. You can try. Curve extract actually works perfect. This is a bit too thick, so modifier, solidify. I think this is 3. What's the offset here? Yeah, it's perfect. Okay. So see, now you have these pieces, and what you can do is, run them in corners. So you can basically snap them here on top of these. So when you're gonna be designing that, you can just snap them on top. But what you can do, you could parent them to the structure. See, boom, they just gonna fit perfectly on top here, like this, okay? Another thing that you can do, you can extrude them. So another way of doing this would be to simply extrude these pieces, okay? So instead of extracting a separate piece, you could extrude them. So Alt EM macro, and then also hold Control and extrude them to the same depth, okay? So more or less, right? And then you could run the, chamfer modifier here. The only difference with doing this with EM macro is that you don't gonna have enough control over the thickness. Another problem is that you cannot really move them anymore, okay, because they're stuck in one place basically, right? So they're stuck in one place, and then you can also use them for the bottom, okay? So you don't have to redo this. Let's copy it down. So so there's also an element on the bottom, and we also need this one as well. So we need to copy all of them. So let's copy these as well, and okay. So we're gonna do Shift D and Z and go down like that, and Shift S and 2 geometry. Cool, and then we're going to SZ and scale them on the bottom like that, and then GZ and snap it to the bottom so they kind of fit. SC, okay, GZ and boom. All right. Cool, so we got that going on. So you see now the bottom is thinner and the top is a bit wider. Now the bottom could be thinner all together, so we could go to modifier and solidify it less and hold Control and create like a thinner sort of a layer here in the bottom and thicker in the top. Right, now the top layer, in addition to the thickness, right, so let's just go here and let's apply this. So operations multiply. We also need to add some chamfers. This, I think it's doubled here, so let's remove that. We want to apply the solidification, right? So let's apply the solidification, right? So let's grab all of them and multiply. And now we're going to be let's move the origin to geo. There we go. And we need to kind of move them so we know what's happening. So these are fronts, this is front, and these four are back. Okay, so what I want to do is I want to select these edges, right? This edge, this edge, this edge, and this edge. Okay, cool. So now we can chamfer them at the same time, right? So we can grab them and chamfer them at the same time, a little bit like that. And then we're going to apply a bevel to them and weighted normals. So operations and weighted normals. And now what you can do is you can slap them all around the environment. So whenever there's a corner, you can slap it on the corner. So you don't really need collisions for these because no one's going to be jumping that high. You might need collision for the bottom ones. And this needs to be applied all over the place, all around, yeah. This one needs to be included later on. I'm probably gonna have to do it manually or create some kind of a different situation here. Maybe extrude it inwards or something. I'll think about it, but basically, that's how you do it. So probably I'm gonna speed it up and I'll snap all these elements here. It's not really that difficult, guys. All you need to do is move stuff around, hold Control, and and there you go. That's it. That's basically all you do, right? So this one doesn't want to snap here. There we go. And then the inner corner. So Shift D and move it in here. And boom, see, I can snap really nicely. And you're gonna have this kind of a rim going on above the, underneath the ceiling, which is gonna create a really nice separation for this environment. So if I drop a ceiling here, you see that it's gonna be a really nice rim going around. You could have some drop ceiling here as well. This could be dropped lower. See, this is a good thing because if you decide, for example, to have a drop ceiling, you can drop this lower. You see what I mean? And also it's a separate element, which means you can texture this separately, which is also good. Right, so, and this element we're gonna have to think. Probably what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna extrude this one to this point here and create something like this. Right, maybe That's what I'm thinking about, okay? Because that makes sense to me. But you know, we can think about it later, okay? At the moment, let's just turn on the ceiling. And I'm gonna time-lapse this this entire process because, you know, no one wants to sit here and watch this. Okay, and then one more. I could actually fit it in here, one more, you know, so I could simply Shift D and X and move it in here and fit one more here, because remember there's gonna be an overlay here, kind of like a additional element going on top. And this is how you simply need to do the whole environment, guys. So like I said, you have two choices, yeah. One of them is permanently create these extrusions on the mother elements, on the original ones, and then you don't have to do this manually. Or if you want to have more control and you have patience, do it manually and create, you know, these separately. Like I said, for these on the bottom, you will need to create separate collision boundaries, unless you just don't want to be bothered with this one. But basically, you know, if you really want to be precise, I would suggest it. And you need to just simply go around the entire environment and fix it. The same goes here to the inside. The only difference with the inside here is that we don't really have rounded corners. We only have, you know, these straight corners, right? So this is going to be a bit different. Quite frankly, what I would do is I would leave it as is and, you know, wouldn't bother with this, you know. There's going to be kind of like some kind of a server room or stock room. We could put some servers here around and no one's going to really notice. This is going to be only in the main area. Okay, so alright, what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab all these wall pieces, okay, and I'm going to drop them into a separate section called walls. I think that's everything plus the empties, because empties are important. And there you go. And we're gonna move this to walls. So M, new collection, walls, okay? And I'll catch you in the next part, in which we're gonna be designing this elevated path here, okay?